whatever the reason is, then I wouldn't have all this stuff. I wouldn't have to answer anybody. I would still be on my own. Instead of looking at the blessings in our life. She is forever stuck. And I don't know if she really thought that by her turning back, that if anything would have been done to her, maybe she just thought, okay, well, then maybe that was her attitude. Maybe her attitude was, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't care what my husband going to tell me. I don't care what God going to say. I'm going to do what I want to do because I'm woman and I'm grown. You know how we get. We get like that. It's my life. God ain't going to tell me what to do, where to go. But look what happened. The family walked into a blessing. Abraham was blessed because he was obedient and he went and got his brother out and his family. His brother Lot, his family, his children were blessed and increased in abundance. They're sitting back, drinking lemonade, laughing, having fun. And I'm sure they missed their wife and he missed his wife and they missed their mother. But look what happens when you're stuck in your past. You forfeit every good, abundant blessings that God has for you because you're so stuck in the past because you're fearful of the unknown. God didn't say, come on out, Abraham, and I'm going to take you to A1A. And you're going to go down the A1A street and you're going to hit Cocoa Beach. And once you get to Cocoa Beach, I'm going to put you in Vieira in this big old land or whatever the case may be. He didn't go and give Abraham instant directions on where to go. This is what I'm going to tell you. This is what I'm going to do for you. This is how I'm going to do it. God didn't give Abraham anything but to say, go get your brother and move out. And the Bible said Abraham did it. He went and got his brother. He moved out. He said, and I'm going to show you where you're going to reside, where you're going to live, what I'm going to do for you. And Abraham trusted God that much that he just got his stuff. He said, okay, God, I'm gone. I'm going to go get my brother and we're going to roll on out and we're going to see what you got for us because it got to be good. Because if you bringing us out of all this craziness in our life, it got to be good for us. So I'm all for it. And he moved on. Think about the times when you're constantly in the rut of the past. Because we all, the past always come up to us. Because it's there. But we don't have to live in it. We don't have to walk in it. We don't have to always talk in it. And it hinders us from moving forward. It hinders us from receiving and acquiring every good thing God has. Because the Bible tells us that God said himself, he said that every good and perfect gift comes from above. Every good. God gives good and perfect gifts. Even in my own life, I can see the increase in my life. I can honestly tell you as a witness, when I gave my life to the Lord at the age of 18, God has increased my life. I am better now than I were when I was 18 years old, when I was 5 years old, 9 years old. I have seen the increase in my life. God never allow you to move away from something and just leave you and decrease you. He's always about increase. He's always looking to bless. He's always looking to do more for you. He's always ready to give you better. That's why I always tell people who talking to me about their past. It's like, move out of your past. That was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, a year ago. God has blessed you now with a new job, a new family, a new career. Look at what you have. And I'm sure it's more than what you had. And keep moving to what God has in store for you continually. Lot's wife will always go down in history in being stuck. People use her example all the time. The what ifs. What if I didn't? What if I didn't leave Sodom? Well, I don't want to leave Sodom. Well, if I go with my husband, who say that God is going to do what I'm keep promise. If my husband want to go to mission field. Oh my gosh, if I go to him, I don't know. What if I go to him and it don't work out? I'm leaving I'm leaving a really good job. Oh my gosh. And so we stay where we are. We never move forward. We never accomplish what God has accomplished and put in us to do. And I believe that Abraham shown what happens when we're obedient to the Lord, when God asks us to do something and we're doing it. I believe that Lot showed us that, hey, that God is mindful of where we are in life, no matter where our situation is, no matter where our geographical area is. He's constantly seeing. He's constantly aware. I don't believe that, even in the story, I don't believe that God just overlooked them. Because even Abraham prayed. He said, God, if there's one righteous person in that city, will you save it? God said, yeah, if there's one righteous, I will. And that just tells you there was none righteous in that city. And God told Abraham, go get your brother. Get him out of there. So that let me know that no matter where we are in life, no matter our background, no matter our environment, no matter our cultural belief, our race, no matter anything, God sees us. And if we'll be willing, he want to bless us. He want to do more for us than we could have ever imagined being done for ourselves. We could ever imagine anything could be done for ourselves. God does it miraculously. Unexpectedly. And it just takes moving forward. This reminds me of the time when I moved to Florida, 2006. I was in Virginia since I was born, forever. And my dad was very ill. And I heard my dad was passing away. He was dying. And immediately I just said, Lord, I want to go be with my dad. So I packed up everything and I was on the road headed to Florida. And during that time, my dad did come out of it. So he lived another year or so. But when I left Virginia, and I don't know if God just wiped it out or what, I never thought to go back. I never said, man, Lord, what if I would have stayed in Virginia? I never had that thought. But my thought was, God, what if I never moved to Florida? And I seen by me moving to Florida, being where my dad was, God has tremendously blessed me. Not only did he allow me to be with my father in his last days, but he blessed me materially, physically, emotionally, spiritually. Not only did he bless me, but guess what? He blessed my children. Because when my children moved here, God increased their life. And I can look back and like, wow. And it reminded me of Abraham when God said, go. And God didn't bless Abraham when he went. He said, I'm going to bless everybody who goes with you. That's awesome to know that God ain't leaving no one out of his blessings. It's all about if we want it or not. It's all about, are we going to do what God tell us to do? Or are we going to hold on to what we want to do? Because we feel like we got it all, or we know it all because, with God, this is my life. I'm the one working here. I'm the one getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning, going back home at 10 o'clock at night. I'm the one. But yet, he's actually the one that's giving you the energy, the life to do all of that. I am a living witness of how God increased. Even with the jobs that I've had, I gave up one job and not knowing how I'm going to get another one. And God gave me a better job. getting more money, more benefits, in a better position than I had starting out. Be encouraged this week. Be encouraged for your life to know that you can live a life that God and Jesus has already purchased for us. We can live our life in abundance. Jesus said, I have given you life and that more abundantly. Our life is so full of possibilities. Our life is so full of abundance. If we choose to let go of our past and walk in the future, walk in our now, forget about the what ifs to what now, God, am I to do? What now are you directing me to do? Where you want me to go? Who you want me to see? And God will put you in places that you never thought of. He'll bring people to you you never met. He'll provide resources to you that you didn't even think that was available, because he owned it all anyway. And I believe also, when I think about Lot's wife, I believe that she didn't really trust what God said. Because you got to think about it. In order for you to get up and move forward in life, in order for you to get up from where you are, you have to trust what God is saying to you. You have to trust what someone's telling you. Is what they're telling you is really bona fide to you? Or do you feel like, no, I'm not going to believe them because, oh, no, they don't trust me? Because you think about it. Anything that we do, any relationship we're in, is built on trust. Because if you don't trust the person, how can you have a relationship? There is no way you can have a relationship with anybody, whether it's your boss or whatever, your mate. How can you have a relationship if you don't trust them? You have to trust them, knowing that they are going to do what they say and that they have your back. And not only that, I've seen their history and I believe what they're saying because I've seen them be honest and do what they need to do and say what they need to say. So I trust them. I believe she didn't trust God, because if she would have trusted the Lord, she would have been with the family, enjoying the abundance of life, the abundance of being able to laugh. Sometimes in our life, we're so caught up in our past that it's a struggle to even laugh, because we see life as hum and drum. We look more to our failures than to our victories. We look more to what we don't have to what we do have. We look more to what someone else is doing rather than what we need to be doing. God is so good. He is so wonderful. He is such a loving, caring Father. Because if you think about it, as a parent wants to give their children the best. The Bible tells us if we as parents on the earth want to give our kids the best, he said, how much more do I want to give my children? He said, if you ask me for food, I'm not going to give you a stone. I'm not going to give you something you don't need. I'm not going to give you the opposite. Why would I do that? I'm going to give you exactly what you asked, but guess what? I'm going to do it even better because I know what's best for you. I know where I'm taking you. I know what I'm doing in your life. And all you have to do is trust and obey and move on and don't look back. Be encouraged today. Be strengthened today. Make a choice, a decision today to not look back. Don't allow your past to keep you stuck from the blessing and the future that God has for you. You've listened to Live with Necee, live here in Merritt Island. I want to thank you so much for tuning in with me today, and God bless you.